Ready? Rory McIlroy, 1 under 69. Rory, pretty stacked leaderboard here. Obviously a good 2 days for you. Just put us in your mindset right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's, after 36 holes in a major championship, that's all you want to do is put yourself right in the mix going into the weekend. And for a little part of the day there, it seemed like I was going to be a few more behind, but I dug deep and played the last 8 holes really, really well. And, that was the goal. After I bogeyed 10, I just wanted to try to shoot under par. I had some chances coming up and just played a really clean 8 holes, which was pleasing. Hit fairways, hit greens, give myself chances, and got myself right back in the tournament.
We're going to go here to the right.
Is that as good a double bogey putt you've ever held?
Yeah. You don't want to try to be making 30-footers for sixes, but I got it in the least amount of strokes possible in that hole after what happened, and I made 2 bad swings today. I made a bad swing on the second shot on 3, and I made a bad swing on the tee shot on 10, and limited the damage as much as I could. I mean, those 2 holes cost me 3 shots, but I stayed patient, and I knew I was going to give myself chances if I just hit the ball the way I have been hitting it, and today was a really good example of just having a good attitude.
The thing is that thing at the side of 3, it could totally get away from you at that point, couldn't it? And that didn't happen. That must be a big confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I think as well. I mean, you're only 2 over for the day. It wasn't disastrous, and I knew, I had the 5th hole coming up, the short par 4, and then I had the 8th hole, which is playing a very short par 5 today. So, I knew I had a couple of chances to get it back to even par, and then, I 3-putted 6, but. I knew I was going to have chances, so I didn't panic. I didn't do anything stupid. I didn't force anything, and I was rewarded with that patience, by playing a really good, back 9.
We'll stay here on the right with Alex.
You showed off some pretty good speed on the 17th hole, running up to the green. Was that about?
I've got more. I've got more than that. I got way
Talk
more
about
than
that decision to run up there. That was pretty fun.
Austin Xander's caddy said, "Do you mind if I go up and mark your ball?" And I was like, "Well, stay with him. I'll go and do it." So, Xander's a pretty good wedge player. So if that ball was in his way, happy to go up and mark it for him. And he hit a great shot after that to a couple of feet and made birdie. So
You're on your left, Dylan.
Yeah, you're 1 shot back. Obviously a stacked leaderboard, but right in the mix. Like, how do you feel about your position heading to the weekend?
I feel good. I was trying to play my way into the final group, and then I was told in scoring that the final group tees off at 3:45 tomorrow. So it's like, maybe I don't want to be in the final group. Seems very late. But yeah, I mean, once I got, I was trying to make birdie there on 18 to try to get to 5, and but I'm really happy with my position. I played a good round of golf yesterday. I came back well today after a tough start, and right in the mix. Couldn't be any happier.
What do you expect from the golf course this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it's breezy. Obviously, some of that rain that was forecast didn't materialize. So it's still sort of receptive out there. It's not too fiery, but I would expect just over the weekend for it to get a little faster and a little fierier, and maybe just have to be pretty precise already, but maybe just that little bit more precise with everything.
We'll go right here on the right.
Rory, how much more fun is it to be in contention with so many big name players at the top of the leaderboard?
Yeah, I mean, it's why we play, right? I sort of said it after Canada last week when I was with JT and Tony. It's you want to go up against the best to try to bring the best out of yourself, and to see Colin and John and Scotty and Sam up there and whoever else. That's what major championship golf's all about. That's what competition's all about. I certainly don't want it to be easy. I want guys to go out and shoot 65, so I have to go and shoot 64. I mean, that's competition, and that's at the heart of this game, and I'm excited to be in that mix going into the weekend.
Far right to Brendan.
Rory, it often seems like your fans, especially, maybe more often than other players, kind of ride the emotional waves with you, good and bad. And I wonder, why do you think it is that people seem to have kind of a very emotional attachment to the ebbs and flows of your rounds and you chasing this major, frankly?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been out here a long time. Maybe they feel like they've watched me grow up and they've sort of been on that journey with me. I think I play quite a emotive brand of golf, if there is such a thing. And I've always liked having crowds. I like the interaction. I enjoy that part of it. So I'm certainly not one to keep my head down and sort of look straight in front of me, tunnel vision. I like looking around. I like seeing people out there, and maybe that's a part of it.
2 more, Ian.
Hey, Rory, obviously nobody else at the top of the leaderboard has won 4 majors like you have. On the other hand, it's been nearly 8 years since you won number 4. So does the positive thought still overwhelm that negative reality, or do they sort of balance each other out?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have to go out with the mindset this week that I'm going to try to win my first again. I think that's sort of and I'm playing as good as golf as I've played in a long time. So I have a lot of experience. Yes, I've won major championships and other big events, and but I don't think just because I've done that, it doesn't mean that I'll hit better golf shots or I'll hit better putts. I mean, I'm in a good place. I'm really happy with where my game's at, and I think that's the most important thing.
Last question here, James.
How do you think that emotive style of play helps you out here at Brookline?
Probably doesn't. I don't know. I guess it does. I think I ride waves of momentum pretty easily. Certainly, whenever you get on a crest of a wave and you try to ride it as long as you can, and I've gotten a little bit better at trying not to ride the other ones, downwardly. So I think if you can get it, and you can, there's a part of this golf course, I think there's a nice flow to it that you can get on a little bit of a run and start to make some birdies. And if I do encounter that this week, I feel like I'm pretty good at riding those sort of waves of momentum through the course of a round.
Rory, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.